Hello, friends. I am Chevee. Welcome to my shed. How are you today? How's life in your world? Let me know. Came home today and I got a package, and I thought, well, first thought was I didn't order anything. Second thought was, well, it's not an Amazon box. What is it? And then the address says it is from Portal Games, and I figured we haven't talked about this in a while. We haven't talked about gaming. We haven't talked about Portal. We haven't talked about my involvement in the gaming industry for quite a while, and that's because I'm really not involved anymore. But first, let's open this up, and I'll show you what's in here, and we'll talk about it. I believe this is some new products from Portal. I had nothing to do with any of this stuff, so I get to kind of be a geek too, which is kind of the nice part. When you're kind of out of the loop. I get to be a geek too. Oh, cool. I also get to be special. I get to try things and not know anything about them. So, what do I have? Okay. I got LA Crimes. This is 3 brand new cases for Detective, which was a huge success for them last year. And then LA Crimes character portraits. So, I guess this was maybe a pre-order bonus. I'm not positive. 80s crime story, 3 new cases and 5 new characters. What's interesting to me right now, taking it out of the box, is this is like a kind of a cruddy box. That's unexpected. This is not a, I'll show you, this is not a clamshell. I don't know why I would call that a clamshell. This is not a telescoping box. This is like a thin, real thin, like that kind of box. That's interesting. I did not expect that. But then again, I guess the fact is that this box is really only used for display purposes, because as soon as you take it out of this box, you're just going to put it in your main detective box. So there's really no point in having like a nice telescoping box. But I don't know. I guess that's funny. It just surprised me. Like, I didn't expect that. So this is an 80s themed, mustache, mustache detective crime story. So that's cool. But I think what's really exciting for me, this is exciting, but I was never really into the Magnum PI type thing, and I think that's kind of what this is Robinson Crusoe Mystery Tales. This is kind of a horror Cthulhu-ish themed Robinson Crusoe expansion. The first big expansion that has been released for Robinson Crusoe in a very long time, and this is really exciting. So I can't wait to play this soonish. I'll probably end up playing this solitaire. I don't know. Maybe I'll have somebody play it with me. But yeah, these are 2 new products from Portal Games. There's a few other things that have come out that I don't have. Like, I don't have Monolith Arena. There's something else that came out last year that I didn't get. But to talk about that, so for some of you will know that for the last 5 years I've been involved with Portal Games, officially and unofficially, off and on, for that amount of time. I started off just helping at a booth in Gen Con 2014, and then that fall I told Ignacy, like, if you need help, I'm here. And we started working together. I would help with English translations. I would help with rule books. I would help with the websites. I'm a web guy. I'm a web dev in real life, so I would help them with all their websites. And I kind of helped them just kind of piece things together for a while until they could hire people to do those jobs full time. For a long time, I was the face of the U.S. branch of Portal Games, and really that was just because of convenience, because I was here. I wasn't in any official capacity related to the Portal Games company. I was just like a kind of a super volunteer. I took a little bit of compensation when I would travel, just so that I could, cover my expenses, and then I would do all the shows as the Portal Games US rep. And again, that was in kind of an officially unofficial capacity. There was no contracts or anything, but it was just, I became pretty close friends with Ignacy, so it was just me as a friendly person helping out. Last year, though, they hired a full-time U.S. rep, and he's been doing a phenomenal job. And the benefit there is that he speaks Polish, and Polish people are traditionally apprehensive, and so the fact that he speaks their language and he can help communicate to the entire team back in Poland and help coordinate is a huge benefit. So I gladly stepped aside and said, "It's yours. Have fun." And so Luke has been taking over all the convention planning and setting up the booth and all that sort of stuff. I walked him through all of that, everything I could teach him last year, and I've helped him out some. But I'm not officially, but I am essentially hands off, like completely. I have nothing to do with any of the products. I have helped recently. I've been helping Ignacy a little bit with Empires of the North, which is the new Imperial Settlers spin-off game. I've been helping him with wording and stuff on cards, just to make sure that it's in line with what we did with Imperial Settlers. I helped a lot with a lot of the early Imperial Settlers expansions. Helped make sure that all of the language was in line with the base game and made sure that everything stayed structured. So I've been helping him a little bit with that. And I've been helping, I'll still write press releases every now and then when they ask and do stuff like that. But for the most part, I'm kind of out of the games industry. For those wondering, the fact of the matter is there's very, very, very little money in the games industry. And there's very few jobs. For the vast majority of publishers, they are single-person operations who have volunteers helping them piece things together because it's such a small industry. The major players have the largest market shares. They can afford to kind of have staff, but for the 99% of the people that you see at conventions, they're there because they volunteer to be there. And I did that for a long time. And I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed all of my time in the board game industry. But I have been kind of out of the loop for over a year now. Essentially, since the kids moved out, since my family crumbled 2 years ago, I have been pretty much out of the games industry. I haven't been to game night at my library in over a year. I haven't been very hands-on with gaming. I play games a lot with my girlfriend, but other than that, I'm kind of out of it. I hope to do a little bit more this year. At least make a couple of shows as a pedestrian, just Chevee at a show, and hang out with friends because I do miss my gaming family. I had made a lot of really close friendships in the gaming industry, and I miss them a lot. But as far as working, I'm pretty much out of that. I will work Gen Con for Portal Games. I will at least work the booth. I'm good at that. I'm really good at booth work. I'm good at getting stuff done when stuff needs to get done. But other than that, I'm pretty much out of it. And you know what? It's okay. Like it's not something that's came. I didn't get fired or anything like that. It's life, right? It's the expansion and growth that they've experienced has taken them in a direction that they don't need my assistance anymore, and that's awesome for them. I'm still really good friends with Ignacy. I'm still really good friends with some of the other staff there, and Luke and I have become pretty close friends. Also, I really enjoy him. So, no ill will at all, at all. And I'm not really looking for a games industry job because they just can't pay enough. It's just that simple. There's just no job there for me. So I'm going to keep being an outsider for a while, and maybe I'll come back around to it. I don't know. It depends on what opportunities spring up. But if nothing else, I'm still going to get to play some very amazing games soon from my Portal family, and I'm still going to stay close and still, help out when needed. I'm always available for that. So there's that. Yeah. That's where we are. So, thank you for being here as always. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, being wonderful friends and amazing people. I really appreciate you. And I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Doc, wait! I want to ask you something.
Today's random fact comes from eyewitnesstohistory.com, who accepted the lead role in drafting the Declaration of Independence. In anticipation of the vote, the Congress selected a committee to draft a Declaration of Independence. The committee composed of John Adams, Benjamin Franklin, Thomas Jefferson, Robert Livingston, and Roger Sherman, in turn instructed Thomas Jefferson to write the Declaration.